All right, guys, welcome everybody. It's Josh. Ryan is not here today. For whatever reason, he decided to take a train to the NAR convention. I don't. Well, to each his own. Let's just say I'm flying there Friday morning. But he decided to take a train, and so he's on a train right now. If you are going to NAR, stop by our booth. We'll be at booth 219. Booth 219. Stop by, hang out. Let's have some fun. Okay, we're doing some pretty cool prizes in the booth. We've got a 100 lead giveaway, which I've been sending out information on as well. But we also are giving away some iPads and stuff. We got a wolf in a costume. It just kind of walks around, which is fun as well. So come hang out with us if you are going to be in at NAR in New Orleans. Number one. That was number one. Number two, I don't have a ton. New Orleans, Randy. I don't have a ton to cover today. I want to point out some things, and then we want to open it up and encourage you all to ask questions and share anything that you're working on or whatever. I know Ryan, when he's on here, he usually has little cool things he's working on and such. And I just haven't had time to put any of that together because I've been working on a bunch of cool other things. Anyway, two things I'll point out if you have not already gone through is one, this ad critique. We were trying to do this live on the session last Wednesday, but we couldn't get the login right. So I logged into this member's account. I critiqued her existing ad, and then I actually created a completely fresh ad for her. I actually haven't heard from her. Hopefully that ad's doing well, but I haven't heard from her since. I don't know. Are you on? I can't remember who it was, but of the two people who I think it might be, neither one of them is on. I'd be curious to get the feedback of how it was doing. It was Sandy, I think. I don't think I see Sandy on. The second thing is, now we discussed this second one on the call a little bit, or we talked about it in generalities, but in this video, I specifically walk through an ad one of our members had created that wasn't performing very well, and I identified, I think, 7 things that could be tweaked to improve the ad as far as performance of getting lower cost per click and therefore getting a lower cost per lead, getting many more leads and a lower cost per click. You can also download the notes that I created whilst making the video as well. You've probably also seen that we have just opened up what we're calling a Platinum Partnership Program, where we are going to do a lot of the stuff that we teach for you. And if you're interested in that, just email support, or maybe I'll even put in the chat the URL with the video to get more information on that. Several of you in a very short period of time have already taken us up on that offer, and so we appreciate that. For sure, and we look forward to doing some really cool stuff with that. It also, for those of you not interested, the cool thing about that is with those partners, we'll learn even more and be able to bring back even more value to all of you who are at the traditional membership level. So there's a benefit to all there without question. The group has been pretty quiet. I don't know if it's just, that time of year where it's winding down or if people are going to NAR. I'll address a couple of these. Like Jeff is getting a lot of leads where they're providing the property address but not providing the email address. I think that is a little bit all over the place with, that happening or not happening. The most important thing, which I should have chimed in, is what is it costing him to get the property and the email? I don't think that was ever addressed, but maybe 50% no email is actually not, is actually not that bad. Geez Louise. There we go. So 50% not getting the email, I would say, that's not bad at all. So, and I would also say, one of the things that people were saying was, requiring it on the same page as the address. And I can tell you almost with complete certainty that doing that would actually get you less leads with the email address, meaning you'll get more leads with the email address by two-stepping it the way we're doing it, and you'll also get all the ones that just enter the property address for those of you who want those with just the property address. Hopefully you guys can hear me. My computer's it's locking up and stuff and just acting weird. So I apologize. That's one of the reasons I was late as well. Is that it was just, I don't know, it seems bogged down. I don't know if it's GoToWebinar or something else. Hayes, with all the FSBO talk, I'm thinking to run a simple funnel in the areas I'm working to get FSBOs to send me their listings. Anyone think this angle might work? What would be some good targeting? In the city, of course. I'm not sure I follow what he's saying. Not sure exactly. I'm curious. Hayes, if you're on, what kind of campaign are you doing? Are you doing this? He's not on. But we'll see if we can get some more details on that. Clean looking websites. Let's check out Paul's page. Paul, you're on, right? Paul, how's this working? Paid for John and Mary's house. Yes, not good. Okay. Well, one idea that I got from a guy that I follow, not in the real estate niche, but he's actually talking about real estate. And I don't know if this will work, and we'll try and figure out a way to test it. But offering a free report, I think maybe we even mentioned this last week, but offering a free report of all the homes that sold last month in XYZ. Okay. So, free PDF report. All home sales in the last 30 days in blank zip code. Now, depending on how you would deliver that content, you might have to, continually update that. But the interesting thing about that is it's potentially a universal hook, buyer or seller. And you could also say, and we'll send you an updated report every month or something like that. So for those of you, Paul, maybe try something like that. I could be wrong here, but I think, you may have gone wrong here is you might have to make this page. This could still work. I'm not sure that I like the Become the Market Expert as the headline, but I could be wrong. But the thing that's not reflected here, which I'm often reminded of, that dramatically increases or has a dramatic impact on conversion, is not speaking to the geography. Meaning, instead of asking them for the zip code, tell them the zip code and market to that zip code or that town. So Become the market, and I still don't know that I love this. I'm not picking on Paul, and Paul's a big boy; he can take this. But I'm not picking on him anyway. I'm just thinking out loud. But if we were to go with that, become the market expert hook, become the market expert in 17025 area code, or become the market expert in Mechanicsburg, or find out what homes in your neighborhood sold for last month, and in your neighborhood, or maybe I could figure out a way to weave in, but having the congruency from the ad to the capture page and speaking directly to the geography always has a dramatic impact on your cost per click and your click-through rate on the ad itself and on the conversion on the page. So Paul, thank you for sharing that in here. So we could talk about that and chew on it a bit. Look at that. You're sending out chocolates? How did that go, Paul? Or it's probably too early to tell. That's awesome, though. Look at this. Working with the KC Metro team is a sweet deal. With our professional photography and complimentary staging consultation, we'll make your home eye candy for buyers. Paul, that is awesome. That is awesome. Good on you, man. Good on you. Very cool. Very cool. I don't know why I wasn't seeing updates on this thread. Maybe I need to update my notifications on this. I like this. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. And this could be tweaked into a capture page, I think. You know, would you like to know what? Let me think here. Want to know? Oh, I'm trying to think of how to make this into the offer that I was trying to craft. I want to know what every home in 17025. I'm trying to make it so it's not wordy. Would you like to know the sales price of every home sold in, blank area in the last 30 days? Free PDF report reveals that to you, or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, again, just thinking out loud here and just. Yeah, the find out what. Paul's swearing at me in the comments, sort of. Find out what your neighbor's house sold for. That, I mean, that's an interesting take for sure. What's CP? Maybe I should know that, Waleed. Can you give me an example? That'd be awesome. Captions can be John and Mary sold for. It's rad to see their pics of all the homes for sale. Mike, we are blessed with some really smart people in our group. And so I just want to throw that out there. We're very blessed to have some smart dudes and gals who take to this stuff pretty well and are very creative and are not afraid to test things. I didn't even see the nosy neighbor. See, I think the big thing, and I could be wrong. This just may not work. I don't know. But if this message was crafted with where it was specific to the town or the zip code, it could potentially take something that looked like maybe not a winning campaign or a winning offer and make it a winning offer, potentially. But without testing it, I can't answer that for sure. Denny, in my area, I think most people don't actually know the name of their subdivision. And yeah, in Paul's area, they might or might not. You could even, this could be a scenario where you target an entire city and the form is your best email and your zip code. And so you could have a broad campaign where it's like, do you live in St. Louis? ? Would you like to find out what the sale the sold price of every home sold in the last 30 days in your zip code? Another ? Fill out the form below and we'll send you a free PDF report. Something like that. And I'm probably, since I'm not actually doing notes here, we'll probably have to transcribe this one or add some notes to this strategy session because I'm just doing a brain dump and I should be noting this, but usually that happens when it's Ryan and I, because I can't. If I was doing the notes and talking here, it would just take a long, long time. Let's see here. Oh, Craig Proctor, I got it. Yep. Mike says, is he only doing desktop ads? If he's doing the right side or mobile, probably won't work too well. Yeah, you definitely need to take a different approach with desktop versus mobile. Is there anyone here that's having any success with right column ads? I mean, I think hopefully we've done a pretty good job of expressing that right column for us is just not working. And I'll test it every once in a while. But especially for real estate, right column doesn't work. Now, if I run a right column ad and I'm running an ad to like our email subscribers of Reticulous or our fans of Facebook, sometimes I can get it to work. But man, right column with the kind of offers we're making, free weekly list of foreclosures or new construction or find out what your home's worth, the right column just does not seem to be working on any of those, at least for me. We can get clicks, but if I track conversions specific to a right column ad, they're always horrendous. Desktop and mobile separately as ad sets, just bombed on both. Yeah. Send me the report. Seems too formal, at least to me. It's going to be something long and bland. That's interesting. Maybe the report word. It could be send me the info or find out more or something like that. But I think the biggest thing here is the offer itself. The becoming the expert and this is for everyone, is that having that message in your ad speak specifically to the geographic audience you're talking to, be it zip code or city or town, and matching that on the page they land on when they click I think is most important. I think you can still get leads when you do that, even with a so-so offer, than doing something where you're not communicating that specific geography in the ad and capture page, even if the offer is great. Meaning, we know the free weekly list of foreclosures works great. But if I ran an ad locally that said, get a free weekly list of foreclosures, in our market or in our town, where it was not communicating the specificity, right? And then they landed on a page and it said free weekly list of foreclosures, but it didn't say Harrisburg or Enola or Mechanicsburg. Could I get a few leads? Probably, but my cost per lead is going to be dramatically higher than if I've got free weekly list of Harrisburg area foreclosures and they land on a page that says free weekly list of Harrisburg area foreclosures. I know that's something that we probably do talk a lot about, but I need to be reminded of it. And I know some of you probably do from time to time too, right? It's always good to have those reminders because for whatever reason, you try different things, you test different things, and sometimes you forget some of the sort of basic tenets or principles. Waleed, 6 costly mistakes to avoid before buying a home. Free PDF report, how to save thousands of dollars in years of expenses. That is a great hook. But specifically on buying, I have tried time and time again to offer a report for buyers. And time again, a weekly list crushes the report. Whether it be foreclosures or fixer-uppers or luxury or new construction, doesn't matter. Because ultimately, if I'm interested in buying real estate, I want to look at buying real estate. I don't want a report. A report, I think, is great as an incubation piece, sending that to a buyer lead in your follow-up sequence as a means of delivering value and, just delivering value to them. But as the hook, I've tried it time and time again, and specifically for buyers, it doesn't work. Now, the reason I was going the report angle for sellers is because you're offering a report of values, which I think, people want to know. People want to know, what their, what properties around them sell for. And even though we know some of that information is more readily available on the net, most consumers don't know that. And so if you compile that information, I think, you've got something cool there. I actually think, I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe doing a contest for people coming up with the best copy for an offer like that, for an offer like we're trying to sort of talk through here. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll come up with some sort of contest for an offer for what I'm trying to talk through here. The free report of all homes sold or sold. See, just the verbiage there. I don't know if it's because it's the afternoon and my brain works better in the morning or what, but I am tripping over the verbiage of how to craft that. So maybe I'll put something out there, do a little contest, see if get your guys' creative juices flowing. Or, you can just keep rocking the seller lead funnel that is working for just about everybody who's using it. Okay, yeah, Eric, let's get a feedback on this fan page. Good stuff. That did not want to go there for some reason. Why didn't it want to go there? Why is that? That's weird. Do I have the link wrong, Eric? I don't know why it's not coming up. That is really strange. If you have a different link or something. Yeah, it could be as simple as this, Waleed. Waleed says, free report of all homes sold in October in 17025 zip code. So maybe that's it. I don't know. And again, we might be unnecessarily beating a dead horse here because the seller lead offer does just work. But I don't know. We like to innovate and try and stay ahead of the curve if possible so that we're not, we don't get stale and we don't get, so we just don't get stale. Free report of all homes sold in October in zip code. Okay. Or it could be, let me make this bigger so you guys can read it. Sold, or you could do, in the last 30 days. You could do that instead. Incidentally, all that means is November 1st, you make a new capture page that says October, and you make a report with all those homes sold, and you've got an offer. And then December 1st, you switch it. Free PDF report of all homes sold in November in this zip code. And you've got a new report. And incidentally, every time you make the new report, you send that to the people that opted in. Hey, here's your report. Here's your free monthly report of all homes sold in blank, blank, blank. And then ideally, you would have some sort of, offer on top of that. If you're considering selling, here's a free report. Or if you're considering selling, check out my 151 point selling guide or whatever, or check out my home sold guarantee or whatever, that's good. Simple. Mike, good. Thank you. Eric, I'm not sure what this is, but maybe this will help. So Paul says, grab your free report of all homes sold. I kind of like that, You're telling that it's an embedded command. We like embedded commands here. A little stealthy persuasion. Grab your free report of all homes sold. And then the button could say, grab my report. Okay, something like that. I like that. So Eric, what am I looking at here? So this is a marketing proposal. That's cool. I want more info on Ridgeland's newest community, Maison Bleu. Look at this. Eric, man. Let me tell you, Mr. Held. I will be shocked if this builder is not blown away by this in comparison to what they're most likely going to get or not get if meeting with other potential realtors to market this property or this new home community. Man, this is smart. This is smart. Yeah. I mean, I think I'd have to look at it more to maybe, add some other thoughts to it. But man, I think you're right on. I think this is awesome. Awesome. And you're building a list of people interested in that. You can also, do you have in here? If not, I would include in here retargeting, that you'll retarget anyone that you'll, anybody that clicks on any of the links, you can drop a retargeting pixel on, and then you can retarget them. You can build a retargeting audience, which is very, very simple. And I keep meaning, we're gonna make, basically what we're gonna do in the next, I will make a promise here, because if I do that, you all will hold me accountable. In the next 14 to 21 days, we're gonna make a retargeting training product, and we'll probably sell it to non-members, but of course members, you're just going to get it for free, and we'll show you how to the sort of the how-tos of retargeting. Now, for a lot of folks it's overkill, and is not necessarily the 20% of things that you should spend time on to get the 80% of results. But in a case like this, and when you can do some things very simply, it doesn't hurt. And I'm going to show, ideally what I'm going to try and do in the training is show you how to do it in a simple way that is easy to implement, that won't take a lot of time, and it'll still have big upside potential. But that would be the only thing that I would. You already have it. Already have it, Eric. You're a smart cookie, my man. I love it. I think, dude. I think. Well, so your question is, do I think the hook would work? I would say probably yes. Because it's new, and because they'll be curious. If there was one, I don't know. It'd be awesome if there was like one thing that you could tease that would really get them to opt in. Like, I want more info on Ridgeland's newest community, parentheses, including, the starting price for lots, or something like that, where they would really just be, where they would opt in just for that one little thing, where they would, you plant something in their mind where they can't not know. They just gotta know that one little thing, right? Because right now it's kind of just blah a little bit. Now, I still think people will opt in because it's new and different. But if you had just like one thing, and I don't know that if it's the lot price is the best thing, but something, I think, I think you could make it just a little bit more compelling, and therefore get more opt-ins. Let's see. Paul has an idea. Including homes ready within the next 45 days or something like that. Or including, man, I'm just trying to think. I don't know. Maybe the different models, or the starting price. Something about price, I think, the price of the lots or the price of the homes or something like that, I think is, potentially the place to go, because that'll, I think that'd create a lot of curiosity, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. See all the new homes ready in the next 30 days. Yeah. Hayes said, Eric, you just inspired Hayes. Hayes, am I saying your name right? Is it just, it's Hayes, right? But he says, thank you. You totally just inspired me. See the latest premium lot available. Yeah, I think something along those lines. And maybe, hopefully you've got some ideas there, Eric, and maybe something will spark that's it. But I think something about price or availability, something like that. Just and I wouldn't want to make it too long, but just, I want more information on Ridgeland's newest home, and then in parentheses like I would home newest community Maison Bleu, and then maybe parentheses right here. Whoa, how did I do that? Including, lot prices. I mean, that's not good. You could come up with something better, but you get the idea, I think. Homes with free upgrades. Yeah. If they're doing any type of builder incentives or anything like that, so I want more info on Ridgeland's newest community, Maison Bleu, including exclusive builder incentives. I mean, who doesn't want exclusive? That could actually work too. This is a little bit sneaky because it might not be 100% true, but including exclusive lot prices. Just the fact that you use the word exclusive, people are like, exclusive? Huh, I want exclusive. Who doesn't want exclusive? Sign up to be eligible for a free granite upgrade. That's interesting. You could turn it into a contest. Now, I'm sure there are specific rules and regulations for that, and so you'd have to talk with the builder, and you'd probably have to talk with your broker, and you might even have to talk with your state about that, but that could go just bananas. Or if if they're doing that as an incentive, you could put, including information about an exclusive free granite upgrade incentive. Now that I said exclusive, I'm just going to say exclusive like every other word, because that is a powerful marketing word. So exclusive. Anyway, probably work. Eric, man, you just turned a session that was just kind of ho-hum into something pretty awesome, man. So thanks for putting this together, and thanks for sharing it. I think, look, in some of your markets, you may not have a whole lot of new construction going on, but with the skills and the training and the information and the tools that you have access to as a member with us, you can all do something like this. Whether it be for a builder, which is potentially a lot of leverage, or for even an individual seller, and outlining, this is our plan of attack for marketing your home so that we can expose it to the greatest amount of potential buyers and ultimately get you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the highest sale price possible. These are all the things that I'm going to do for you. Okay? Eric just happens to be doing this specifically for a builder, and I will be shocked if he doesn't get the business, unless, of course, there's some sort of inside deal already with this builder and a company. But even if you don't get it up front, if somebody else gets it and they're not doing well, they're going to remember you. They're going to remember you. And the thing about, new construction is, once you get in with one and you do a good job, it's not going to take long before they're going to find you, So Good stuff, man. Really good. Yeah, if there's exclusive financing, including exclusive financing options or yeah, I mean, so it could be exclusive builder incentives, exclusive financing option, exclusive pricing. Just the word exclusive and pricing. I don't know. That's probably enough rant on that, but maybe not. Sellers don't like the squeeze page on their properties, at least in my experience. They want the info out there in front of people super easy and everywhere. Okay. So, in that case, you show a seller the single property website you're going to use as a part of marketing their property. And you can either show a capture page or not, or just talk about how you use, because of your marketing strategies, you've got a current active buyers list of X amount of people. And we're going to expose your property to that buyers list first and foremost. And it just shows, like, I used to go into listing presentations and I would literally have my buyers list printed out and I'd show them and I'd say, look, from the marketing that I do, these are all the leads, the buyer leads that I've generated in the last 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, whatever I would want to print out. And they were just flabbergasted by that stuff. So yeah. Anywho, but good point, Paul. Good point. Anybody else have anything else they want to share? If not, I'll start summarizing, wrapping up, and we'll let everybody go. So as we're waiting for that, just a couple of reminders for those of you who came on late. If you're going to NAR in New Orleans, come see us. We'll be at booth 219. Booth 219, Ryan and I will be there. Please come see us, please, if you're there, and hang out. Seriously. Also, I mentioned the new Platinum Partnership Program, which actually 2 folks enrolled in while we were on here. 2 folks that weren't on here, oddly enough. If you want more information about that, just email support, and Mike will get you the link for info on that. Or you've probably seen me email you with some info on that as well. I also pointed out at the beginning these 2, the 2 most recent posts on the Reticulous website. One I have member protected. One I did leave open. Just kind of wanted to create a little goodwill out there in the community. But both of them you should check out if you haven't already. These are the kind of things I think that can provide a ton of value for you and maybe fill in some holes or areas of where you're confused or where maybe things are breaking down for you and you're not getting the results that you want when setting up campaigns. So I think there's a ton of benefit to things like that. We had some great interaction. Eric, thank you for sharing this so that we could critique it. We've got an idea for maybe just a slight tweak on how we can capture seller leads, or we can just keep leveraging the other one. But I think mixing it up might be interesting. And Paul is asking Eric if you don't mind if you would share that PDF for sharing for modeling, and that's up to you, Eric. If you want to do that, you can let us know in support, or you can post in the group. Totally understand either way, but yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Or maybe only those of you on here live will maybe be able to contact Eric and find out. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, Waleed, man, Waleed. I think you did ask me that, and I'm sorry I didn't respond. I don't know. I wish I had a better answer. Other than Hershey, I don't know any real nice ones. I'm sure there are, but I'm not from the area originally, and with 4 kids, we don't get to that kind of stuff very often. So sorry. Anyway, thank you all. Great interaction. Turned a so-so session into a pretty good one, I think. So hopefully I'll see some of you. I'll see some of you at NAR, and we'll be back next week. And in the meantime, use the group or support if you have any questions or need anything. And Randy, send me an email. The first one was yesterday. I'm sending out the replay probably later today or tomorrow morning, and then we have another one Tuesday. But you can email me on that as well. All right, thanks everybody.